Welcome back, Kingsman, to another NTW3 battle. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are getting ready for, well, I don't know if other countries have Memorial Day. Actually, that's a stupid statement. I know you guys don't have Memorial Day. At least I believe it's an American thing. But yeah, I hope you guys are preparing for the Memorial Day weekend or Monday. Today we have another battle, and actually, without realizing it, I have done another rematch between the NR4 and the Hiller clan, which yesterday's video was both those clans facing off. This one is several replays later on, I believe, Italy 5B. Yeah, Italy 5B, 35 points total for each clan. Instead of the Hiller being the coalition, they are the Imperial this time, with the NR4 being the coalition. So, of course, we are looking from the Hiller French perspective. The clans chose the third coalition corps for this battle. And let's, without further ado, first look at where the standing of these clans are. As you can see, Hiller is sitting there at 16.5 for the wins. And the NR4 is the Haka Deutschmeister at 15. So, man, they're so close to each other. And this battle could be a pivotal moment. It could be a total, comeback for the NR4, winning after losing the battle yesterday. Man, that battle was a close one, though. And now, of course, let us go over the clan, the cores, the points. Like I said, 35 points total. So first, we have on the Hiller and French side, you have a Solt. He's a 13-pointer Solt, 9-point Murat Cav Corps, 8-point Ney, and 5-point Marmont. On the Austrian coalition side, so we have some cavalry trying to, some chasseurs cheval chasing down some hussars, but you have on the coalition side a 12-point Buxhausen? Yeah, I believe it's Buxhausen, 9-point Constantin, 10-point Belregard, and 4-point Cathcart. So we have some Russians, some Austrians, and some British on the field today, and it does look like we have a bit of a cavalry spat here. These Chasseurs Cheval taking a loss as more Chasseurs Cheval are going to go in here. Now, keep in mind, guys, probably the cavalry for France not so good as the Hussars are. Is the Chasseurs Cheval are better for scouting and running down, light infantry and cavalry. But of course, they do break one of the Austrians' cavalry, but the other one does get away for the moment. And looks like, more Austrian cavalry maybe going to rush to their assistance. More of these hussars here. But Austria does lose 2 now to France's 1. Sold, really putting the pressure, putting the pressure on. And you can see they break yet another one of the 13-pointers cavalry. He does have some dragoons, although I think the hussars can get away from that pretty quickly. Now, obviously that was just a little cavalry skirmish here, guys. Kind of who's going to be able to scout the other. These dragoons don't want to get too far away. We saw yesterday how the NR4, the French, which was the, NR4, threw away dragoons on squares from Hiller and several other of the Austrian armies. Let's see how the Hiller Corps can do, or clan can do today, maybe conserving their cavalry, which they do not have a very large amount. So let's be very conservative with that. Keep in mind, though, Murat on the field, that's going to really change things for this French army, especially considering all the crosshaires and that they're going up against probably not as many squarables. Buxhausen, I believe, is he a Russia? Yeah, he's a Russia-Austria mix. And the Constantine bringing, I believe, the guard, the Russian guard. But let's look at the map, look at where the LOCs are put, where they're placed, so we can see where the fighting potentially is going to focus around. Now, we do have Marmont, the 5-point. He's pushing here on this left-hand side, you can see. They do have a 4-pointer in the back, both of them do, and there's 3 1-pointers all around. Of course, Marmont does have one of the 1-pointers. The other 1-pointer is potentially going to be in French control, but I believe Austria has troops close to it, with more reinforcing Russians and British pushing forward. This 1-pointer, guys, is going to probably be where a decent amount of the fighting is going to take place. I would not be surprised. Very nice looking church. Very nice. But yeah, so the French, you can see Sol is pushing down this road. I'm assuming once he gets on this road, he's going to cut straight across. We'll see though. You have Murat, who's probably going to be pushing with him, as the 13-pointer is probably the most powerful core that the French have to offer at this point in time. See how that looks. I'm sorry guys, I had to adjust some of my reshading thing. It was just like super weird looking. I think too much sharpness. Maybe there still is, I don't know. Oh, we have some grenadiers though. Now this is of course two war coalitions away from the last battle that we had. Still got some drippy uniforms. Look at these dudes. Now you notice the difference is they don't have those caps anymore. They have like the tricorn looking hats. I think that's what they're called. Still, they look very, very nice. And they are rolling, like I said, rolling in the road. They have horse artillery from Murat's setup. Murat is now probably getting close to being able to support this army. And of course, we still have Ney, who is pushing behind Sol. Sol, right? Not Solt. Sul. I believe it's Sul. I believe the T is silent for the French language. Now, maybe I'm wrong again. And I'm probably, you're going to correct me. Someone's going to correct me in the comments. I'm going to forget all about it in like a month. Maybe even a week. Either way, they have horse artillery set up in a very nice position to force back cavalry and be able to advance with this 5-pointer. This 5-pointer, very small, guys. I believe 683 men, smallest corps on the field between the French and Imperials. So he's going to probably just be more support, but maybe he'll have a pivotal flank. Of course, you see Russian cavalry over here, but we may have actually a cavalry engagement here. Several French cavalry going, probably potentially going for the horse artillery. This canister hopefully it's some friendly fire. It does. Ney got totally flanked here. That is unfortunate, and they do lose 2 cavalry units. Austria losing 1, but they did save the horse artillery, so you know, take it or leave it, I guess. Murat's gonna send in some chasseurs cheval. Seems like a bad decision against some dragoons from Austria. And they're going to get themselves out of there. Infantry pushing up, some grenadiers pouring in some beautiful volleys. Oh my gosh. Surprisingly, trilliers and grenadiers that cannot form square are the ones pushing up on the cavalry, but the cavalry may be trying to be a delaying action so that the Austrians can take this 1-pointer, which they do. Now, of course, they are going to have to watch out for the flanking French, who are going straight down this road with, you know, about 500 infantry. That's still a serious amount of infantry. You can't ignore that. But I do believe we are seeing a lot more coalition. I mean, they're all consolidated right here, guys. This is perfect for the coalition. They are all together.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Yeah. Now, the French do not have squarables, which is probably why cavalry from Murat is hovering on the flanks in proximity to the lines of infantry. They probably want to make sure that these infantry have cover because they cannot form squares. And now maybe they can bluff away the Austrian cavalry, which I think they're starting to do. Still, they are pushing quite aggressively here into the town itself now. No squarables. All it's going to take is an Austrian cavalry to charge those trilliers and those grenadiers, and it's over. And Marmont is still approaching on the flank. They're holding up well. I think they're capitalizing on the fact they have very quick moving infantry compared to the coalition. Now, interesting here that Sol is pulling his left all the way to almost the edge of the map. I'm assuming he's going to let Ney do the hard hitting in the center. Now, he does have some infantry here just to be able to put pressure on this French flank, but I love this. Look at this conversion. No, that's not the word. This, is it? They're meeting. They're meeting on several fronts. Marmont rolling around here. Soult pushing directly into the town with Ney in reserve. Marat has his Cav Corps. I mean, the French are playing well, I would say, as of right now. They're playing beautifully well. They are making sure that all their infantry is supporting itself. We do have Grenadiers going for this LOC. Not an easy task for them. But they will do what they must. Trilliers are going to try to support this fight. Still, look at all this infantry just pouring volleys in. They haven't even made it into the house yet. Ooh, this is getting brutal. They've lost a large amount of men, and they do take losses there. RIP the Grenadiers, the 55th Grenadiers. Still have not seen a lot of the coalition. They've not shown themselves. We don't know where the coalition is massing up. It could be all along this tree line. It could be in the center. I mean, we're starting to see some Russians pushing up. This is howitzers. Well, here we go. We got the 18th now rolling in. Surprisingly, Marmont has yet to meet really stiff resistance. He's able to walk down this road and go straight for this LLC. And once again, Hitler seems to have taken a majority of the LOC advantage pretty early on. And now there's a fight for this house. They should take it. I think Austria is not really defending it very well. I mean, maybe they don't want to. I mean, their strength would not be in melee that the French are going to probably try to do. But at the same time, France can afford to take a open pitched battle. I mean, look at this. Murat's ready for this, guys. He's got 5 cuirassiers. I believe he has some carabiniers and other heavy cav up here. And look at these guys. They're all ready. This is the peak French army here, I believe. Not the peak, you know, but like an excellent positioning of the French corps. They got all that they need. Heavy cavalry, artillery, infantry. They were missing the Imperial Guard. That's about it. But they have taken it now, and it's going to be up to the Austrians to make the next move, unless France decides to be aggressive here. Which they could. But looks like yeah, they're redeploying a little bit. Why, you know, no need to push. Let the Austrians come to them. All this light infantry too. Oof. Now we are starting to see artillery smacking into this LOC. Causing the French to pull their troops back from it. And I think the reason we haven't really seen a whole lot yet is because the coalition do not have troops in position to make an attack. But I'm assuming we're going to pretty soon here. We'll see some movement. I hope. may have to hit this fast forward button just a little bit so we can wait to see. I was like, Ney is going to deploy on the right flank. Marmont may actually be in the center now. We are starting to see some cavalry pushing out here on the right flank as Sol pulls back. But still nothing. Still no real answer yet. Now we are starting to see Cathcart's infantry pushing up. But no real attack. I'm sure they don't know exactly where the French are. We have artillery from Marmont. 8-pounder is going to pull up. But if nothing else happens for a minute, I may just fast forward to when the action happens next. Alright guys, so we are starting to see an advance. We have Ney who swung all the way around to the right flank. And we have an Austrian advance being made here. They are pushing out of the tree line. Forming up and starting to put in some volleys on the French. A nice open field is all you can ask for, you know, in a Napoleonic battle. Some nice rolling open fields. You have those 12-pounders thundering that'll drive back some of that Austrian cavalry. I would love to see the entirety of the coalition just formed up here, ready to go against Soult. But yeah, we have Cathcart here on the flank. He's not going to be a super big threat. I mean, he has a core of 978 men, but there's nothing really to defend over here, which is why I think Ney is pulling back some of his core just to reinforce as needed, just in case this whole fight turns ugly. I think right around this town, we're going to start to see Austrian pushing, putting a lot more pressure on the French line. Look at them, they're formed up. They're starting to put in some volleys. It's a lot of swords. The Austrians are just waiting for an order to be given. I'm sure these guys would be itching to either attack or, you know, they're like, oh, I don't want to fight this. This sucks. There's artillery everywhere. Who knows what they actually be thinking. But I'm sure there's a lot more infantry yet to be formed up. So, I mean, the coalition are still forming up. Certainly taken, you know, time to get through this tree line. I would have thought the French maybe, or the Austrians maybe would have wanted to form up in this area and go in on the LOC and the fight around it. But, you know, the LOC would be a rough attack for them. You do have Murat. He has kind of scattered his corps here and there. Just making sure that his cavalry are supporting. I honestly thought something was going to happen here. They started fighting and then just kind of... Man, I'm going to have to fast forward again. Defense and attack. I honestly thought there'd be a little bit more aggressiveness by both sides. But I have not really seen a whole lot. Oh, actually... Maybe some cavalry getting aggressive here. Still nothing. I really just want to see the action. I mean, obviously sitting and watching artillery shoot back and forth is not entertaining. For me, it's not entertaining. Yeah, I don't know where the coalition are. Maybe I see generals moving, so maybe they've made a decision to attack on only this flank. You can see, though, Ney is reacting to that and shifting over more of his troops. If they all do focus this area... Oh, shoot, I missed a cav. Engagement. Horse artillery may be in danger. But yeah, what I was saying is we have two generals here, which means it's Buxhowden. I believe that's his name. And Constantine over here. Maybe we'll actually see an attack. And we do have infantry pushing up here. Now, artillery, canister. Oh, that's going to be a miserable affair. Can they take out this artillery piece? I do believe they will not take it out. They will break. Still, though, Austria getting aggressive here. As a lot of reserves deploying here, we may see an Austrian advance. You can see Soult bringing up his reserves, pushing up his front line. Artillery piece actually pulling away from those guns for now. And Austria is pulling back again. I think a lot of their attack depended on how well they both get that artillery piece, which you can see was not successful, almost. And now the French are stuck in this position unless they, if they have to pull back, those guns are stuck here, which is unfortunate. But just a little skirmish here. Nothing serious yet. Where is everybody? I really want to see. I want to see the pitched battle roll, guys. I mean, I hate seeing little skirmish. I mean, it's part of the fighting, so I'm not trying to, complain or whatever, But okay, I'm starting to see more Russians pushing up here, but I just want to see those battles, like real vicious fighting. That's what I want to see. Now we have Cathcart push over. Actually, may finally be getting that action as Cathcart's pushing in for the LOC. Ney gonna meet him with Marmont. Artillery set up in a nice position. I mean, Russia was here, but I don't know where they're going. Oh, that's Constantine. I'm surprised Constantine isn't going for the town fight. Well, that was excellent infantry. Ooh, they have a nice artillery, though. Just absolutely destroying some of Ney's corps. Nice artillery shots. I feel like keep being like, oh, it's happening, and then nothing happens. And I'm like, oh, something's happening, and then nothing happens. Still, we have a coalition all set up. This artillery is going to have a field day with this infantry until they do something. They got the officer. These guns are firing. Where are they shooting to? Well, they're missing all their shots. Alright, anyway. Enough about that, because we do have artillery getting up for the coalition. Now, they gotta be super careful. I'd be super nervous about this. There's no way these guys don't snipe a gun. It'd be a miracle if they do not do anything. Oh, canistering the cavalry. What, their artillery is going to be saved. Unless they snipe these guns. Oh, Austria could definitely lose. Oh, do they have more cavalry? Please tell me. Oh, no. The friendly fire. Killing that chasseur cheval. And now, no, they're going to die to the infantry volleys. There's no way. Yeah, canister as well. But the artillery does set up. So now both sides of artillery that is going to be firing. This looks like a little 5-pounder. If I was the Russians, I'd set it up right here. Right there. Look at that. Beautiful positioning. If they can, of course, make it. They have to make it there without dying. Barely making it. You can see the artillery glanced right as they were unlimbering. But now the artillery duel will begin, and still nothing on this deployment of infantry. Both sides are very, very nervous about attacking, it would seem. I mean, the French like their position. Surprised not being aggressive with Murat. I feel like they could have gotten very aggressive with Murat before all this coalition artillery came up. Now it's going to be a little more difficult for them to actually do something with it. But you can see the French are going to start taking some losses. And the artillery is going to be getting more fierce as time goes on. Kills are going to start racking up over time as both stand here in positions just staring the other one down. Look how fast they're firing, too. Oh. And that's the thing, they're stacking up their lines. Artillery's going to tear through 2 lines at a time. These guys going for counter battery? I think they are. I don't think they're hitting them. Oh yeah, they are with canister. That's pretty effective, I'd say. Come on, someone be aggressive. Yeah. It's just artillery. I know it gets good because there's plenty of kills on both sides. I think it's just gonna be a matter of when it's gonna get good. Now, of course, I don't want to make a slight of this fight here where both sides are exchanging some pretty strong volleys. Alright, see, this is what I want to see. Yeah, the French are definitely stronger here on this left flank. Why not start just absolutely destroying it, you know? They're dying to artillery anyway. I think it's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to start pushing on the Austrians, force them to have to do something. I believe we have some cavalry going for the Russian guns. Ooh, that is not gonna go well, and the artillery for Russia is saved. So Austria's gonna stand the ground, let the artillery fire over their heads, maybe? Either way, that's a nice flank they're working on. They have tons of reserves to push up to that. But hey, if you like artillery, this is the replay for you right now. I'm just gonna have to keep fast forwarding, huh? Something has to happen. Something has to change. The Austrians cannot leave it like, oh, actually. That's a bad positioning. And the thing is, I kind of want this artillery to die, because I think the Austrians will attack if they kill this artillery piece. They will feel confident in attacking. Man, the volleys, though, there's way more French infantry here Austrians getting outplayed. I still don't know where the majority of this coalition's corps is. It's very absent. Both sides being they're just being very cautious, guys. Very, very cautious. Cathcart may actually be going against Marmont, though. I would like to see the French be aggressive, you know? Even against Cathcart, be aggressive. Send in those Murat heavy cavalry. But here we go, it's heating up over here. Finally, some action. Light infantry receiving Cathcart's corps. So the coalition keeps sending in a couple units versus multiple French units. So, I mean, odds are not in their favor. They have to go for this LOC. They have to. If they want to make this attack very productive. Look at these guys. They're firing away. But more and more infantry now pushing up here in the background. You have a lot of horse artillery hovering on the flank, just firing in. It's gonna start making a living hell for this coalition advance. But yeah, I mean, Cathcart's really pushing here on Marmont. Austria's mobilizing their artillery. I think they're trying to shift them a little bit closer. We may have Sold actually pushing up, getting aggressive here. We may actually finally have this battle kicking off. Cavalry going for that artillery piece. And they do get it. Look at this, more artillery is pushing forward. They're gonna try to take the brow of this hill. Oh, they snipe a gun from Austria! And a gun from Russia! Oh, that's Constantine's 12-pounders. Oh, they could break. They're wavering. Oh, that's a huge blow to the coalition. Oh, this artillery is in so much danger right here. That is huge, guys. I don't think you realize that is huge for the French. These guns could have changed the course of this fight. Either way, these guns are in danger of breaking still. Here we go. We have more Russians here. Well, plenty over here as well. So we may actually be seeing this fight actually go underway here in the town. So it looks like Austria. This is probably Bellegarde. And then you have Buxhausen and Constantin in the center with Cathcart on the left flank. Here we go. Constantin actually has some of his force here. That's definitely some of his corps. And the British getting chopped up here, guys. This is getting pretty brutal for them. Holding firm, though. Props to them. They are putting out the firepower, and they have not broken yet. Horse artillery pushed into the town. Very bold, brave move here with this horse artillery. These guys are walking into a really bad attack, though. I mean, they have artillery on the flank. They're walking into a determined French defense with LOC shooting into their flank as well. And they're getting attacked from multiple sides at once. I mean, they're still trying to take this fight, though. I think Russia needs to get some of those grenadier or those guard infantry to try to take this LOC and also push back the French here. That's the only way this is going to keep working. Imagine if they took this LOC. It'd be huge for them. This artillery, though, definitely could get some nasty, wicked shots. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna start telling over a minute or two. Their morale, man, they're staying in this fight for so long. Both sides are really putting it down here. So if the coalition do shift entirely to this flank, that's gonna be a problem for Solt. He's gonna have to make a decision to abandon or to push here. If he does, he's going against a decent amount of guns still. Oh, Crossieres. That is not a good charge. What is he doing? Oh my goodness, Constantine, or is this just Buxhowden? Either way, Russia going in for the bayonets. Looks like the coalition are going to get very aggressive here. Oh, Murat, what are you doing? Oh, it's stuck on the building. He can't take this fight in the town. He cannot. He needs to go in over here against Cathcart or go in here. He's getting caught on buildings left and right. I think he was trying to get an effective push here in the corner. But you can see Russia, they're going straight in for the French. A counter charge by Ney. Another charge by the Russians. And yes, I see a lot of French wavering. Ney pushes yet another. Ooh, that's bad. That is very, very bad. Their center is starting to waver, and more Russians are just going in. They can feel it. They can feel the French breaking. And it's the trees, guys. So Murat's Cav Corps is going to be slowed down by the trees. More and more line of trees shuffling troops in and out. Oh, that's not going to be it's not a good charge at all. Now look at this. See how slow they are. Now he's still going to make an impact. He'll slow down this Russia, but he needs to get some speed building up into that charge. You have Russia sending in some Dragoons or Chevaliers, one or the other. Get a wicked flanking charge on the Crossieres, and oh no, this is bad. Look at this, so Russia's getting into the reserves. The French reserves now engaged. So it's gonna have to pull forward more and more reserves to funnel in here because things are looking bad. Ney's recommitting, reshuffling the reserves over to this left side. And here we go. The coalition, I think they found their spot. It took a lot of patience.
Our men are running for them.
But I think this is where they're going to commit here. And Solt still has not reacted. I honestly, there's a lot of Russia shifting over. You can see more Constantine's Corps shuffling over here as Russia sends in fresh reserves, cavalry. Light infantry pouring in volleys on Murat. It's Crossieres. And what is this? Austria going for the bayonet charge.
Our men are running.
Cathcart has pulled back. That fight was probably starting to tell on his lines. He cannot collapse yet because then Marmont can start turning this one around. Do have some heavy cavalry, some cuirassiers ready to go in. Now France is managing to save a bit of this, as he's created a little bit of distance between himself and this coalition line. But it does look like the coalition are going to try to commit to this. Ooh, that's a nice counter volley here against this Austrian line. Oh, that's going to be a brutal volley from the 28th. All right. Austria needs to be very, very cautious here. They're getting chewed up by Solz's horror. I feel like I would guess these guys can't form square. Some of them do. I would probably go for the center with some heavy cavalry and try smacking in with infantry following it up. Austria just needs to pour in some volleys and stay here and shoot, not get into melee. Let the Russians do that.
The men are fatigued. Must rest.
I feel like Seoul could definitely be shifting more reserves into the center, but they are holding. For now, they are holding. That initial attack was quite bad for them, but they are starting to hold. They do have cuirassiers. They got cavalry in reserve. Yeah, the French line was pushed back a little bit, but it is not breaking. Especially now, it seems to just be holding quite well. But the coalition have gotten ever closer to this LOC. But if you guys remember, the LOC, well, the coalition need this one plus this other one-pointer, and they do not have those. Even if they take this, they need at least one more, or they want to smash them and take the other four-pointer. Who knows? Right now, Hiller is still set up to win by LOC victory. There is 16 minutes remaining in this replay. I didn't realize time had gone. They're going to form squares. Cuirassier is going to rush over to this side. This is the part that definitely seems to be getting a little weaker. Austria needs to really put up that firepower. Maybe we'll see Murat do a nice cav charge down the road. I'd love to see that. There we go. Yep, Austria's getting thrown back. France actually going for a counterattack. And they're starting to break Austria. Ooh, this artillery, are they going to be able to save themselves? Oh, no way. Oh my gosh, what the timing on that. Artillery. Ooh, we have cavalry though. Somehow managing to form a square, catching that cavalry on that square. And the town of Russia in the forest is still fighting for this. This is going to come down to LLC, guys. This is not going to be a deathmatch victory. Now, if the coalition can break through here and take this 4-pointer, it's really, really close. If they can muscle their way down, Konstantin really hasn't engaged yet, which I think is part of the mistake coalition are making. Although, look at this, it is being committed. 14 minutes left, and Konstantin's guard is pushing in against a battered Solt who has definitely been fighting for quite some time now. This has been a bitter fight for this tree line. The coalition just need to take another 4-pointer, and they got this in the bag. That's all they have to do at this point. I'm seeing some wavering here. They're exhausted. They're going to break. Uh-oh. More French breaking. Konstantin's corps in here. They're chewing up, although this artillery is just shredding up Konstantin. Look at this. These poor reserves, they're being committed into the face of artillery. These brave guard. Oh, Ney sends in a Dragoon to slow down the Russians. Doesn't appear to be working, but the tree line is just lacking a bunch of French infantry. Russia has so much mass here. I think they truly are, guys, going for this 4-pointer, or trying to. So you can see the Solt has pulled back his reserves. He needs to stagger his defense as he's doing, and just slow and delay them for 12 more minutes. Man, the Austrians are getting shredded up. Oh no. Can they fire one more time? They do?
Soon to be yours.
Bayonet charge here. France is breaking out of the tree line. Russia has made that push. Oh, it's coming down to it, guys. Man, all this waiting for this intense ending. The Guard are getting in there now. Oh, they break. Still, man, Russia is just brutally just throwing troops at the French, and it's working. But like I said, I mean, they just have to delay and protect their 4-pointer a little bit longer. This line is holding on bravely. Uh-oh, yeah, some heavy cavalry coming in from Russia. Ooh, oh man, this is not a good charge. Alright, they're falling back. French counterattack here. Murat sending in some very tired crosshairs. Yeah, things are actually starting to look good. The French are managing to hold on. We still have more heavy cavalry in the back. That's fresh. Yeah, the French are going to win this, I think, by a little C. They definitely are. man. It's quite brutal of fighting, though. Alright, they're committing another line of reserves, and they have another one behind that. Another heavy cav charge. It hits a square. This has been a mess of a fight. We have Marmont, who is pushing on Cathcart, definitely pushing them back. We have cavalry, I think, that sniped the artillery piece. They're going to get behind this coalition. The coalition's running out of men, unfortunately. They have some back here. They got to shift it over, I believe, over here against Soult. But like I said, Soult's just holding, slowly but surely, grinding down the coalition, waiting for that timer. 8 minutes remaining. And this forest has turned into quite a bloodbath. I think Russia's going all in here on this. If they break through here, Murat's ready to sweep them back with heavy cavalry. I think the French are well set up in this position. But I think this is going to be an LLC, not a deathmatch victory for the Hiller clan. Well fought, though, at least by the tree line. I think it may have been because there was no time left and the coalition had to make an attack. Maybe they were trying to figure out where to attack. I think their undoing was that Cathcart needed to be attacking when they were attacking. I think maybe that would have helped, maybe not.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
But it took the coalition a long time to make a decision to attack somewhere, I think. It could have been that they were mobilizing and all these tree lines and non-roads made it very difficult. Who knows? I wasn't there. Just from observation, though, it took them a while. But that's okay. They still made it a very nice, hard-fought, defeat. I mean, they really pushed back the French in this tree line. I mean, they were sitting up here, guys. They were all the way back to here. The lines definitely moved. Wow, we're gonna see,
Our men are running!
Oh, this poor horse. Here's the sweeping flank. Light infantry and line infantry charging in. And that's it, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much a rout. Only a few minutes remaining here. I'm gonna hit the fast forward button. I know I've done it a lot, but at this point,
We've killed their general, sir.
Don't think there's a
Now they
lot of
must break.
fighting happening. It's just routing. In fact, I mean, if nothing changes, I don't see. Yeah, Cathcart's the only one still kind of holding out. Heavy cavalry trying to help out, but
Our
man,
men are running, sir.
I don't know, guys. I don't know what. I couldn't really pinpoint one thing that really decided this battle for one over the other, except for that the French just had excellent positioning and they just waited out the coalition. And the coalition waited maybe too long. And then when they did attack, it was kind of a desperation because they needed LOC. That's just me from my observing, but who knows? Either way, still a nice fought battle. I think it's about to end here, so we'll just watch this last little bit. It said general. Yeah, I think they only have one line infantry left and one cavalry left. I think Kingston should have maybe been in here in this melee. I don't know how good their stats are in melee, but I feel like they have decent. I mean, it's elite infantry, right? That's my knowledge of the core, which is very little. But anyway, let's pull up the results here so you can see on the Hiller Imperial side who did win this battle. You have a Sammy Jojo. He was 5-point Marmont with 803 for the kills. You have Met playing as 13-point Soul with 2342. Heine with 1250. He was playing Nay 8-pointer. And then Rambo as the Murat with 457 for the kills. Duke Bob Ross on the other side as Buxhowden. He was 12-pointer with 1453. You have Adam. He was playing Constant 9-pointer, 702. You have Nakin Faulty with 378 for the kills, playing as the Cathcart 4-pointer. And then you have Watson as 10-point Belregard with 968 for the kills. So, not everybody got good kills, but still some decent kills, especially for the Russians and the Austrians. For their side, despite losing, they definitely dealt some damage and almost broke through. It came slightly close, but the French managed to rally, sending in the Cav and reserves and stop them. So, good game on both sides. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I'll catch you all in another video.